I guarantee most of the players will love to play multiplayer games because this game will always stay fresh by playing with the other players at once. Even some of games are able to invite friends and play in the same room. That's why most of the games developers decide to create the best multiplayer games to make everyone able to connect the people around the world and compete their skill in a certain games. Remember, to help this video get 100 likes, please comment what game I missed on this list that is worth adding on the second part. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 Most Interesting Co-op Games to Play, Real-Time Multiplayer Games Mobile, Playstore Appstore. Battlecross. This game is my favorite top-down view game in multiplayer games. It has so many features that we can pick freely to level up our main level, Battle Royale RPG or Duel, 3 vs 3 and many more. I highly recommend you to try the Battle Royale one, it seems so interesting. We should fight with the real-time players and also should win the battle by surviving and becoming the last team standing. Teamwork is the main key to win. We can come closer between the other teams to gang the enemy that pass through the way that we have been protected. The combat mechanism feels extremely smooth even when there are so many players in a massive number doing a fight, but this game can handle the FPS stable. While in combat, we must make the enemy run out of HP. This condition will make him groggy. This is our chance to knock them out. Don't let them survive because it will recover over time. Overall, I love how we can select so many heroes since the start of the game. Battlecross is the best co-op multiplayer games Android and iOS that's available in the Play Store and App Store. Protector Shooter Legends. This game have a very special movement. Absolutely, I would rate 10 to 10 for the combat mechanism. Lets the player freely move the hero while shooting. It helps the player to keep in the best distance to shoot the target from a great distance. Every game's mode will push the player to make a team between 4 heroes on each side. The team that reaches a higher score than the enemy will become the winner. The arena combat absolutely impressed me. It looks so clear, sharp and detailed. Try to move from one point to another point by using a portal. While in combat, we should stay focused on the aim left so we can be more ready to face the enemy by reloading it in the right timing. Use your special skill to unleash a rapid fire, but anyway, every hero will determine your ultimate skill will we have then. Everything was perfectly made, but there is one thing that I'm really concerned about. The dodge button should be added because it's really important, and I think this is a basic action that every multiplayer game should have. You can try the other modes to protect the data and don't let the enemy come to us. Protector Shooter Legends is the best multiplayer games for Android and iOS. Honor of King. Wow, this game is just insane. As a newcomer, this game directly get a massive support from mobile fans. Even the game seems familiar with the other one, which is Mobile Legends. But this game has a better experience while playing it. It was smoother, even while in the combat by a massive player at once. The skill showcase is absolutely clear and neat. The visual is absolutely adorable. The arena battle looks so green and realistic as a mobile game. The developer of Honor of Kings give a huge rewards through a selection of heroes, free skin, and more free diamonds after clearing the quest. The first time I played this game, I remember of Mobile Legends as one of the most popular mobile games on mobile. The hero design and how the hero skill is pretty similar between those new games. The visual art style is top tier, it's really amazing. Anyway, I love how fast the matchmaking takes time. I think it's because the number of the player active is really high. From my point of view, it has 10 to 10 score for a new game multiplayer real time for Android and iOS that you all can play with your friends now. Squad Buster. Supercell never disappoint his loyal fans. They always create fun games that are playable for multiplayer. We all know how good a Clash of Clans is. And right now, they made a Brawl games base, which is something new on a Supercell game. The gameplay of Squad Buster is we will compete with the other online players within 3 minutes. We should build up our troops by collecting some gold. Killing the monster is the best way to gather as much gold as we can. Obtain new allies, and when it reaches a bigger number, then it will automatically fusion and our troops become stronger. Keep doing it until you face the last minute to make a great brawl within the other players. The huge gem will appear in the middle of the stages, so we must collect this gem. The player with the most gems will become the winner. It wasn't easy when you have a sword ally on your side. That's why I recommend you to build up your troop first in the early game. Squad Buster is the best new multiplayer games for Android and iOS. Star Wars Hunters. Star Wars Hunters, one of the best multiplayer game mobiles that have ever existed. This game has a great 3D characters model with realistic graphic. The one thing that I really appreciate is how the combat skills are not too flashy. It makes the skill looks way more natural and we can clearly see the whole combat at once. Of course, by having a clear visual, we can make a great decision and plan on our best strategy to win the match. Anyway, the game only has a limited mode that's able to be selected, which is the rank mode will be unlocked when our main count reach level 6. But before it, we can play freely brawl battle to learn and know the hero's mechanism combat. Every single hero will have their own skill since we start to play. We don't even need to unlock any skill, we just need to learn about it in detail. Understanding your skill will greatly increase your winning chance. The matchmaking runs perfectly fast. We can push the rank even faster then. There is no storyline at all, we are just focusing on the gameplay. Look at how smooth the gameplay is. Even when more than 5 players on the screen have a great fight, it's still stable in the FPS. There is no laggy or connection issues. I really hope the other developer will do as good as Star Wars Hunters games to create new multiplayer games for Android and iOS. Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm. If you would like to play a racing game with a car looks, then this game will be your best option as the first priority to try. This new multiplayer game has launched on different platforms. They are on Nintendo Switch, PC and mobile, but we are only able to connect the account between the PC version and also mobile. It's a great move to see the first racing game that made for across platforms. I really love the gameplay, it is really fantastic. It totally looks like a CTR game with the same game's mechanism. We can slow down the enemy by getting a random weapon that's available along the road. Sometimes we'll get the weapon or the speed assist to boost the acceleration in a short period of time. Actually, this game is multiplayer, so we cannot take this game underestimate since we just started the game. All of the players seems really aggressive to lead the race. Getting the best of their start point will lead the game earlier. Oh yeah, remember to upgrade your car and customize the looks by changing the body and making it even cooler. Disney Speedstorm is the best new multiplayer games for Android and iOS. Battlestars 4v4. Battlestars 4v4, TDM and BR. Okay, right now I will give you small size multiplayer games that I think every phone can handle the game perfectly and smoothly. It will not be fair if I only show you all the best graphic for a high-end spec. So this game only needs 365 MB to download with a small amount of size. I think we cannot expect too much about it then. It only has one feature, which is the team deathmatch, playing 4 vs 4 and reaching 200 score to determine the winning in the simple score goal we have. There are 2 guns available to use and switchable. We cannot loot any weapons, so the ammo will be available infinity. We only need to reload the ammo when it run out. Drag your weapon to the enemy around you and hold the button down to do a continuous attack. It's a super simple, casual multiplayer games and also newbie friendly. Low and to mid range will be the best devices to play it. Medal 2. Medal 2 Grand Auto Racing. This game is the best multiplayer games with so many active players playing it right now. Even the total number of players playing is reaching 5,000 players. This number is really insane. So the developer create multi-servers to maintain the game's experience and become more stable. If you would like to find any multiplayer games with GTA games vibes, then this game will be the right options. From the start of the game, we already have some new weapons to choose from, of course with the ammo as well. Even the gold has been prepared in a huge amount that we can buy a new car in the shop and place it around us freely. I'm sure you will be surprised on how realistic the regular physics is. Try to drive your car and hit whatever object is around, then you will realize this car's impressive attention to detail. Not many new player games that do so detailed as this game does. No wonder from those reasons many of the players are still active on it, especially the developers are always on top for updating the game continuously. Remember to adjust the graphic setting before you play it because it has a huge open world map and it counts your gaming experience then. Have you ever played Medal 2? If yes, please share your experience in the comment section. Thanks. PUBG. It's been more than 5 years. I'm still playing this game as one of the best multiplayer games with so many communities all over the world that's still active. My friend around my house is still playing it every day, and we are so lucky the developers are still active in updating the game frequently. PUBG Mobile has a huge competition, even that by the official or not. As a pro player or a beginner, I'm sure you will find the team or the opponent easily. This game is really attractive, high intensity, dynamic and realistic in the graphic. Unfortunately, not all players can enjoy the highest graphic setting if they don't have enough spawn spec in a certain requirements. The gameplay of PUBG is a multiplayer game in battleground mode. We can make a team up with our friends and win together. I highly recommend you to turn on the voiceover chat to make great communication in a real time. Push your rank in the worldwide and get special rewards at the end of the season. For me, this is no pay-to-win multiplayer games because the skin that we buy will not affect the character strength. It's only to make the player looks better. This is the best multiplayer games for mobile. World War Heroes. World War Heroes WW2 PvP FPS. Absolutely top tier World War games on mobile. There is no game that can stand for it in many aspects. I will probably present this game on my list because it's super worth playing for everyone who loves multiplayer games. The game's level difficulty is really difficult, especially the enemy we face is the actual players and not a bot. That's why they can dodge and hide perfectly, then get the right timing on shooting at us. I really recommend this game for a veteran or players who play the FPS game for a long time. The graphics are top notch. It perfectly delivers how World War looks like. The ambience, the panorama, and how the weapon that we are using is well presented. Even this game doesn't have any storyline, but for me, the developer successfully described the game in a great way. While in combat, the player can load the enemy's gun and become ours. Switch the weapon of the primary and the secondary to adjust based on the enemy's combat style. Because every single weapon, it will have their own specialty of strength and weaknesses. This is the best high graphic multiplayer games for Android and iOS. War Robots. Bonus War Robots Multiplayer Battles. This game is one of the underrated multiplayer games. Even the game size is 500 MB, but now this game is getting forgotten. If I remember how this game reached 100 million downloaders within a few months back then, the graphics are absolutely impressive. The gameplay is not clunky, even the robotic movement seems so real, just like the robot action we watch in the movie. The gameplay is every robot will have a variety of the skill like a rocket launcher, long jump, or laser light. It will make a difference in the fighting style of every hero. The area battle looks so massive, we cannot see the end of the distance. Lucky we can lock the enemy from a far few distance as well as the enemy. Even we cannot hide behind the object, the robot still can analyze our presence. These all are the best multiplayer games that are really fun to play with friends. I hope more of the games developer will create a high graphic 3D multiplayer games for mobile that are accessible for any level of devices. Remember to help this video by tap the like button and reach 100 likes. See you on the next video. Thanks.